What's up? We are back for the final week of this regular season. I am Sporty Jordy here with Evan and Sam, as always, on these lovely Sunday morning shows. Guys, it's coming to an end here. We're almost at the postseason.
This is the end.
This is the end.
Final countdown, baby.
We have a 17th game, an 18th week. Everyone's basically deceased at this point. I know I'm deceased at this point. I was at the Eagles game last night.
Yeah, how are you still functioning again?
No idea. I'm like a shell of a human being right now.
Is it like Pedialyte, and a lot of like other stuff too?
Oh,
Pepsi.
Oh, Pepsi. Oh,
of course, sponsor me.
Official sponsor of Jordy is Pepsi.
The only thing that keeps me running, Pepsi. But yeah, so we have officially made it to the final countdown. This week is going to be interesting. So everybody's playing today, minus obviously the 4 teams that played yesterday. So it's going to be a lot of chaos, but it's weird because every team is basically at a different point. Because you have some teams that have nothing to win, nothing to lose. You have some teams that, Sam, me and you are repping our Chargers. Everything is on the line. Win and you're in, lose and you're out. So let's start off with, I say we start off with picks, go through those, and then just groove, because there's just a lot that could happen today. A lot's eligible to change.
So many things.
But we start off the first game. We're going to talk about super irrelevant Washington Giants. There is nothing to win or lose in this one.
I forgot this was happening.
Yeah, no,
is Jake Fromm starting for the Giants again?
Yes, Mike Glennon is out. He's getting surgery.
Oh, okay.
So
what's happening to your Giants?
We are actually when I say like dumpster fire, I mean like dumpster explosion. Like a landfill was like covered in kerosene and a bunch of matches were thrown on it and everything is just in flames. And it's like, you know that the meme of the dog in the room filled with fire and he's sipping on a mug and he's
like everything's fine or this is fine.
This is fine. That's me currently. I'm sitting here with my mug in my dumpster fire. I mean, this is fine. I have nothing to worry about today in terms of the Giants because we are just so sucky. But yeah, this offseason is about to be a complete whirlwind. Like, it's going to be absolutely insane. So yeah, we're falling apart. And honestly, wouldn't be surprised if Washington won today.
I feel bad they shouldn't even have to play this game. They should be like, you know what, guys, you tried your best this season. Let's you for
play
coming.
Till halftime and see what happens.
Yeah,
off the field. So
I would think Washington would be able to pull it out here, but
yeah, except I'm like just thinking about how Washington looked against Dallas, and our defense is very good. Like our offense sucks, but our defense is very good. So I think that we actually might put up a pretty good game. I think it might be pretty solid. No one's going to watch it because no one's going to care. But it actually might be a pretty good game, kind of like the beginning of the Eagles-Cowboys game before the second half rolled around.
It'll be something special, too, because this is the last game that WFT will be WFT.
Or
yes,
because they have a new name.
Yeah, but maybe football team is the new name.
Oh, that would be so stupid.
It's in the mix. It's on the list.
If they did all this advertising to just remain the Washington football team, I say we disown them as an organization. They don't deserve it.
Well,
you know what? It wouldn't be surprising because Dan Snyder, of course, would muck it up. So
the worst human being on the planet.
This is true.
No, he really is. All right, the next game, it had potential to be really good this season, but it's just not going to be. Cincinnati versus Cleveland. I mean, technically the Bengals are in the mix for the 1 seed, but I don't think it can happen if Titans win, right?
I don't think
if the Titans lose. Actually, I don't know if it could still happen now that
Kansas City is 2, Titans are 1, I think. So there's no way.
So I don't think even if the Bengals win, they can catch up at this point after the Chiefs win yesterday.
I think it would have been possible if the Chiefs had lost.
Right.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, they literally said it yesterday. He's not even traveling to Cleveland. Yeah,
no.
He's just not even there.
This is a throwaway game too because Baker's not starting. Nobody's Case Keenum's going to be playing. This is going to be just like another one of those. It's another Washington New York game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because I honestly thought this division, because you have this game and then you have Pittsburgh, Baltimore playing each other, which we'll talk about next. But I thought this division was going to come down to week 18 and they were all playing each other. And I thought these games were going to be so important.
Yeah, same.
And now this one just genuinely means nothing.
Yeah, which is sad because it would have been a really good game.
It would have been great. I'm going to take Cleveland just because it's in Cleveland, but at this point, it really doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I'll take Cleveland too. Case Keenum is pretty solid. And
Yeah.
he gets the job done, and nobody is playing for the Bengals, so.
No.
I'll
And the
pick Cleveland.
Browns are like all very injured anyway, so it's gonna be interesting.
I'll take the Bengals.
Okay.
Just for
All
the heck of
right.
it. Whatever.
And then we move into the rest of this division. This game is actually one of the few good ones today.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
both of these teams still have a chance to make the postseason, which is insane.
Yeah. I'm rooting for Pittsburgh here. I want them to end up in the postseason. After last week, the way they played at Heinz Field for Big Ben's last game, they should have been playing like that all year, but they got some fire under them, I think.
I don't know about this game.
I personally, to me, at the end, that game for Big Ben's last home game was absolutely perfect. You literally can't ask for anything better than that. But I think like it felt like their season ended in that game. Like it just felt complete. And yes, they won and it was great, but they were playing a beat up Browns team that wasn't all there. And so I just wanted like a little bit more of an like score difference, and we really weren't getting that. And the Ravens, yes, you're playing with Tyler Huntley. Lamar Jackson isn't playing, but Tyler Huntley has stepped up to the plate big time. Like they kept up with the Rams and almost should have beat the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna it's in Baltimore. I have to go with Baltimore in this one. As much as I would like to see the Steelers in the postseason, like I wouldn't be disappointed if either of you guys win, but I'm gonna go Baltimore.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. They're getting a lot of guys back from the COVID list, especially like Devin Bush and Joe Schobert and Chris Wormley. So I'm going Pitt. And you know what? This might be like the goodbye train that Big Ben wants to keep going on. Like, hey, I'm going to keep winning until somebody says no more.
Last week was Big Ben's last home game. This is
right.
Might be Big Ben's last
game.
Yeah, this might be.
That's true.
And it's in the house that, Pittsburgh absolutely despises. So I think it's going to be very good. And I'm also going to go Pitt.
Yeah, this is similar to Chargers Raiders because it's kind of like you have to win to live. So
yeah,
we love it. All right. Another gross game.
Green Bay
really good or really bad.
Is Aaron Rodgers even playing today?
The whole team is playing.
Yeah, they're gonna do what the Cowboys did last night. I have no idea.
Apparently, what I heard was that Aaron Rodgers was like, Peyton Manning sat out the last time they had a first round bye and was like 3 weeks rusty and came in and lost the first game. So he doesn't.
I mean, it's a valid point.
But also, the last time Aaron Rodgers played in the last week of the season, he got a concussion. And then he had to go into the playoffs with a concussion. Like, there's no winning here.
Think about it. Last week when we saw him play, he looked like a decrepit old man. Like he needed a cane to like walk, and he had his coat on and he was just like hobbling.
I say he plays probably one quarter or one half, and then he's out. There's no way they can keep him in the full game. That's stupid. That's stupid. You're risking your whole playoff picture.
I honestly thought the Cowboys playing in the Eagles game, all their starters, I thought that was ridiculous last night. You need the Rams, the Bucks, and the Cardinals to all lose in order to move up. It's not going to happen.
Nope.
And for the Packers, you have it locked up. Aaron Rodgers is so broken. Like, just rest.
It would be really awesome if the whole Green Bay Packers starting lineup plays and then loses.
That honestly, it would be iconic because it's not like it takes anything away from them.
No, but it would be really funny. I'd actually could you imagine Dan Campbell's face if he beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers?
His heart might fail.
He would now officially go bite kneecaps.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers it would be like listed Aaron Rodgers unable to play in playoffs due to missing kneecaps.
Missing kneecaps.
Coach of the year.
Who
Can you
said that?
imagine? Who said that? Who said that? All right. You wouldn't think it. I'm actually so excited for this game.
Why?
I'm also so excited for this game.
Right? The Colts haven't won in Jacksonville. I swear there's a curse. It's been since 2014. It is the most Carson Wentz thing ever to need to win this game to enter the playoffs. Jacksonville is a trash organization. Trevor Lawrence hasn't had a touchdown pass in God knows how long. And if he comes in and loses, it would just be comical.
Listen. The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Buffalo Bills. Okay?
Exactly.
It is not impossible for this to happen, especially with that crazy statistic that the Colts can't seem to win in Florida, of all places. Like, come on. So I want to pick the Jags here. I want to pick the Jags. I really do.
So I actually already have money on the Jags plus 15.5 because I thought that was very funny.
What's the over on this game?
I have no idea. Let me pull it up.
62.
It's 43 and a half.
43 and a half.
I'll take the over.
My bet slip for last night just popped up, and that made me really sad because I had a lot of money on Eagles money line.
I'd take the over on this. 43 and a half.
No, I would take the over.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the looks. But I'll take Colts to win because they just should. But I literally already have real money on Jags plus 15.5. So we'll see what happens there.
Love it.
And then we move over. God, this is week 18 is kind of sad. Chicago versus Minnesota.
The end of Matt Nagy.
I feel like he knows he's going out, so he's like, I'll just start Andy Dalton to give them like a valid reason to do it. Why wouldn't you put Nick Foles in after he literally got you a win? I mean, I guess you don't have anything to like win or lose, nothing, you can't gain anything from it, but still, well, on a somewhat brighter note, freaking Andy Dalton's gonna be the death of me.
Can you imagine if today the Bears end up winning and they were like, you know what, Matt,
you're staying.
Stick around for another year.
Chicago would burn down if that happened.
I'm pretty sure our friend Andy Hopper from the Brew Party podcast would actually throw himself off a building.
Yeah, no, I don't think we'd ever hear from him again. Also, Congrats, Andy. He's gonna be a girl dad.
Girl dad. Congrats,
maybe number 2 on the way. Yeah, super fun stuff. I hate to break it to you. The next game doesn't get any better.
Oh my God.
Because then we have the Titans.
Christ.
This honestly.
Well, the Texans did beat the Titans this year, didn't they? It's not going to happen again.
And Houston's been heating up. I mean, we saw what they did to our beloved Chargers. So,
rip.
Do the Texans just wake up and play spoiler today?
You know what? They woke up today. They chose violence.
I wouldn't hate it. The Titans, I say it all the time, the Titans drive me absolutely nuts because they beat teams that like you don't think they're good enough to actually beat, but then they lose to teams that they should easily beat, no questions asked. And you're just like,
Yeah. I want to see Davis Mills ball out.
True, me too.
Tennessee Titans.
I feel bad for the Texans. Like I want to see them succeed, even though they're such a crappy organization.
The Titans don't feel like they deserve the 1 seed.
That I feel
they're the worst one. They're the worst 1 seed.
The worst 1 seed ever.
Like it just makes which honestly could be a good thing though, because then they get the first round bye and then they lose in the second round. Realistically.
Well, they're gonna get Derrick Henry back, so it's added.
Derrick Henry's coming back.
He's coming back for the playoffs.
It's like the AFC side of the playoff picture is so weird and like so random. And I'm like,
any of them can make it to the Super Bowl. Any of them, which is insane. Because the NFC, it's like, all right, it's probably going
Packers
to be
Bucks.
Yeah.
Basically, like
sprinkle in some Rams or Cardinals.
It would have been the Chiefs if the Chiefs weren't like garbage this year.
Yes,
true.
I mean, like even yesterday, the Broncos deserve to win. The Broncos were the better team yesterday. So if you can barely beat the Broncos, what the heck are you going to do going into this postseason?
Yeah, this is crazy, but I don't think that the Texans can beat the Titans twice in 1 year, so I'm gonna go with the Titans.
I'm going Texans.
I'm going Texans.
I'm going Texans.
I'm taking the Texans. I don't
Texas
want
forever.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go Houston. Let's go Houston.
All right. This game has some potential.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
The Saints get in.
The Saints can make the playoffs.
That's
But
right.
wait,
They
do
can.
the 49ers have to lose for them to get in?
Yes.
Okay.
49ers are playing the Rams.
Yeah.
But the Rams are probably still... Are the Rams playing starters? I feel like the only reason they would do that is so the 49ers lose.
Let's see here.
Would they play the 49ers in the playoffs? Like first round? I don't know. Where are we at in terms of seeds?
So as of right now, Rams have this. Oh, wait, no. Rams have to play to win because if they lose and the Cardinals win, Cardinals take that division.
I think the Niners would play
the division is still up for grabs.
Yeah. The NFC West is still available.
Which is wild. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, Rams have
definitely starting.
Yeah. So, the Rams should beat the 49ers on paper.
We're talking about the wrong game.
Yes. All right, so here's the scenario.
I'm a shell of a human being.
It's okay. You were out last night of the game. It's all right. Don't worry. Here's the scenario for the Saints. The Saints can clinch a playoff berth with a win over the Falcons and a Niners loss to the Rams.
Yes. So
that's how.
Saints. I feel like they'll.
This could be an easy. I mean, it's an easy one against the Falcons. I mean, Taysom Hill is starting for them, but you never know. The Falcons could play spoiler.
Exactly.
I would want. I'm going Falcons on this one.
No, I'm gonna go Saints just because I actually think they're gonna win. But if the Falcons do play spoiler and upset, I wouldn't be that pissed.
Honestly, I kind of don't want to see the Saints in the playoffs.
No, me either.
I don't want to see the Saints in the playoffs because
they don't deserve it. They don't
really
deserve it. They're not.
I'm talking about as a Bucs fan. Although we beat them last year in the
playoffs. As someone who loves the Saints, especially Drew Brees' Saints, I loved the Saints. I just don't think they deserve a playoff spot. So I'm gonna go Falcons.
Sam, do you remember our Halloween costume a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Me and Sam dressed up.
I was Drew Brees and the Saints organization, and Jordyn was the ref that missed the pass interference call in the NFC Championship game.
And I kept the flag in my belt at all times.
Yes.
Wow, that's actually pretty good. That's a good costume.
Thank you.
We knew each other for about a month at that point too, and we were let's do Halloween costumes.
No, really, because I started there in September, so. Yeah. Oh my God, iconic. All right, this game hi.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Screw the Cowboys. They stole my soul last night. So the Cardinals have to play to win.
Yes, the Cardinals do have to play to win.
I really almost started talking about 49ers and Rams again. So
it's okay. You were out late last night. You're discombobulated. It's fine. I'm all hocked up on cold medicine. So
we're all kind of a mess right now.
Exactly. It's all good.
Week 18, we've made it this far.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I actually had to remind myself that we are not still talking about Rams. 49ers.
We're getting there though. You're getting.
We haven't gotten there yet.
We're within the division now.
Yes. So I'm easily taking the Cardinals here.
Me too.
As long as they play like the Cardinals from the first half of this season. I saw JJ Watt was getting activated. Is he playing today, or are they saving him for the postseason?
I believe they are saving him for the playoffs. He was activated, but I think they're going to save him for the playoffs. I'm taking Seattle on this one.
What?
Yeah.
I would say at this point it would be kind of dumb to play JJ because imagine he pops in and then gets hurt again. So
they are undefeated when he was playing though. So
I'm taking Seattle.
I'm going Cardinals.
I'm going Cardinals.
I want to see them win this division.
That'd be sick.
I think Russ and them are they've got a groove going on even though it's the end of the season, but I think they're gonna just play
Russell Wilson would definitely want to play spoiler for just no good reason. Like he would wake up and be like, you're not going to get it. What?
Petty.
Yeah. I mean, in division rivals, I get it. I totally get it. So
yeah, I'm going to Seattle.
I don't hate it, but I'm taking the Cardinals.
It's all good.
Jets, Bills.
Well, the Jets almost beat the Bucs last week, so
yes.
This is really important though, because if Buffalo loses, then Patriots take the division if they win.
That's true.
Oh,
lots of implications on this one.
I mean, the Bills are like 16.5-point favorites in this game.
I mean, I don't want to see the Bills lose. I'd love to see the Bills take this
I want
because they 100% need to, because it can't be the Patriots again.
It's kind of, there's like a common theme running through the AFC. It's like just play like you did. Teams were either good in the first half and then got bad, or terrible in the first half and then got good. So it's like just play like your best selves in week 18 and you'll be fine. Yeah. Like Cardinals have to play like first half of the season. Cardinals. Bills play like you've been playing the last couple weeks.
I'm going Jets.
I was at the last Bills Jets game, and that was a disaster.
That's when I thought Mike White was going to actually be the future of the NFL.
Dude, I was so excited to see Mike White in person. I was like, here he is in all his glory, the man. He's here. And then he like literally pooped the bed. And
he was a hero for like 1 week, and then we've all forgotten about him.
I was like, Michael, what is happening here, sir?
Yeah. Since we're on week 18, I'm doing spoilers for like all the games.
Good for you.
Except for one game.
I wonder which one that is.
When it happened to be this one.
Well, of course.
So we're going with the Panthers. So I got it. Okay,
yeah, go.
You Panthers. I'm not going. This is the week after the Antonio Brown fiasco. Let's see how this team does with who they have in the wide receiver.
So I want to ask you a question, Evan, as a fan
sure.
of Tampa Bay. Where are you feeling in terms of, Antonio Brown's allegations of that he was injured and didn't, that nobody was really listening to him? Do you believe that?
So, it's been a crazy week, especially with Bucs fans on Twitter. We've had like discussion, like in Twitter, you can do these like discussion areas where like tons of people can come in, you guys can like debate or whatever. So I've been in a couple of those, and I'm sure he was playing hurt. I'm sure he probably did have the ankle injury, which he claims to have. I'm not doubting that, but every player in the NFL plays hurt. We all know this. Like Tom Brady played hurt last year. Aaron Rodgers played hurt. Like all these players play hurt. So for him to come out and say, "Oh, they knew I had this ankle injury," but you're damning yourself when you say, like when you have over 100 yards the previous game, like the week before that, you had over 15 catches and over 100 yards, and then during the game itself, you're running at full speed and you're doing your routes pretty good. Like there's at no point in the videos that we've seen him on the sidelines or the close-ups that we had, there's no wincing in pain. He never looked like he was in pain at all during that game at all. So when you say you were playing hurt, you were, but you weren't hurt enough where you were doing your job. And then all the stuff that came out afterwards, where he was upset about the touches he was getting, the lack of touches, he was pissed off because of that. Like I believe that for a second. Like all the stuff that's mounting against him, it's been mounting and mounting. And when Bruce Arians came out with his press conference on a Thursday, which he never does, this was like a special special report from the Bucs where he comes out and said, "This is what happened on the sideline. I'm going to take BA's credibility over Antonio Brown. You've been bounced from 4 teams." And I said this on our discussion for this Bucs group was Antonio Brown is like that kid that cries wolf like too many times. Like nobody's going to believe you now because of the actions that you had. Like I looked at I remember when he was on the Steelers where the final year he was pissed off about his contract. I know he had some animosity towards Juju Smith-Schuster because of the amount of touches he was getting. It's like a vicious cycle with him. It's like the same stuff that you keep going through. And then you go on these podcasts and then all this stuff comes out with the girl that you hooked up with, that you snuck in the hotel where she tested positive for COVID. Like, you have your side of the story, but the amount of stuff that's really kind of contradicting what you're saying is way more.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than what you're saying right now. So I don't doubt he did play hurt, but dude, you're just shut up. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Get your money. Go have your surgery. Try and get signed by a team next year, and then just go from there. I know you want to make it a big dog and pony show, and you're coming out and you're like bashing Tom Brady. You're bashing the team. You're bashing the front office. You're bashing everybody. It's like, Tom Brady stuck his neck out for you when Bruce Arians
literally housed him.
Yeah, like, shut your mouth. You're talking about some, like, probably one of the nicest guys in the NFL, like, stuck his neck out for you, like, opened his house for you, and you're just kind of saying, I think
it's just his, that's just his MO, right? Yeah. Last time when he was leaving Pittsburgh, remember he said him and Ben were never friends.
Yeah.
You played together for what? A ridiculous amount of seasons, 9-10 years, and then all of a sudden you guys are not friends. Like,
during that podcast, he was saying, Tom Brady was his boy. Like, we're boys, we're friends because we're winners and we like to win, and that's why we're friends. And then he's also like bashing in like the next quote he's saying. So it's like you're contradicting yourself of what you're saying. And we were in this discussion group where you never know, he could have some kind of truth to this about the Bucs knowing this and the Bucs knowing that. But right now the story is almost pretty much quiet. Like, nobody's really talking about it anymore. Now I'm sure something might come out after the season's over and before next season. And I'm sure there's audio and I was thinking about you when people were talking about NFL films. I'm like, there's gotta be audio on that sideline, which they probably won't release, that is going to really kind of put some more clarity about what happened on that sideline, because we don't really know. We've seen pictures about him going up to Arians and arguing with him, then taking off the pad. So it's like, what really happened, we don't really know. We probably will never know, which is fine by me. I mean, if this gets done and over with, I'm fine with it. I think everybody's done talking about it, especially Bucs fans. It's like, let's move on. We've got Carolina to think about, and then we've got a playoff push to go to it. So let's focus on that. So I'm done with it. They got a Super Bowl out of them. I mean, that's cool with me. So.
There you go.
I think that's a very fair way of looking at it, because basically, like what you were saying, I think there is truth to his statement. Like, I think he was injured. He was dealing with an injury, but at the same time, you're going to have the audacity to run off the field, jumping up and down, but you're too injured to play. And then you're so close to your bonus. Like, there's just so many things. And at the end of the day, it's if Mike Evans took off his pads and stormed off the field, that's a different story, because
way different story.
Yes, because that's so out of character.
Yeah.
Clearly something would have had to happen. That if he came out and said there was some crap with Bruce Arians on this, that's one thing. But for AB to just do what we've seen AB do for the majority of the last couple of years, if Mike Tomlin can't keep you in check, if Tom Brady can't keep you in check, if Bruce Arians, no one's going to be able to do it. This is a you problem. So
if
Bill
you said, Belichick can't keep him in check.
Bill Belichick can't keep you in line. So
that's
at the
telling.
end of the day, Evan, like you said, Bucs got a Super Bowl out of him. I would honestly be shocked if we see, I know the talent's there. I'd be shocked if any team goes after him. You have to be really freaking desperate.
I don't think so.
We had a discussion in that group where it's like, okay, going into next year after his surgery, whatever he's going to have on his ankle, and he's, he said business is booming. What team in their right mind is going to go, do we really need to have this head case on our team? Granted, he's a really talented wide receiver. At one point in the NFL, he was like the best wide receiver in the league. But are we really going to risk this head case coming into our locker room and screwing things up, at any point? Because he might be all hunky-dory like when we first signed him in the first couple of weeks, but something could set him off and then just destroys everything that we have. So it's like, if a team is really, 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 and I'm talking about really desperate, maybe, but I just don't. Maybe Jerry Jones would take a chance on him. I don't know, but
I mean,
he deals with head case wide receivers all the time.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I saw an argument for Baltimore just because they're so desperate for receivers. I don't think they would bring that toxic energy into that organization. They have a good thing going. Yes, you need receivers, and yes, you're super injured and you need help, but they're also making it work with what they have. And I think if you bring in this kind of cancer into this system, it's just going to make it worse. It's not going to help you at all, even if he is talented.
I do believe he will play football, but it'll probably be for the XFL, the USFL, even though he already said
I think the XFL would work. I think it would work for AB. I think he would fit in there because everybody that just goes there is just like out of their minds, basically, and they're just like, we're just gonna play crazy football. And there's like not as many rules.
Sam, I agree. I think that would be the best fit for him. Would be the XFL because he could be kind of outlandish and not have the blowback because the XFL is kind of like that still experimental league, and they need big names like that.
Yeah, no, that would bring views.
It would bring views.
Tune in to watch AB.
Oh, I would like stop what I'm doing to sit down and watch AB in the XFL because I would be like, what is going to happen here?
If I was him, I would say, obviously, he's not in the right frame of mind. If I was him and his team, the people around him, I would say, you are probably not going to be in the NFL next year. Let's wait till the XFL gets opened up. Go sign with a team and just play out of your mind. That way you can show the NFL I can still play at a high level, but also still try and keep your attitude and your craziness in check. Because that could be a good way for him to maybe segue back into the league if he goes into the XFL, plays great, shuts the hell up, tries to be normal for the whole league and then for the whole year, and then teams would probably take a look at him and go, okay, you know what? We can give him one final chance, and if he screws up, then he's done. But other than that, you know how he is. He's going to try and be in the NFL. So whatever.
Ticket sales would go up too. For
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if people would buy AB XFL jerseys.
100%. 150%.
Listen, I went to an XFL game pre-COVID and it was a blast. I had such a good time.
Oh, I was actually sad when COVID killed the XFL. Like I thought it was a really cool thing. I like to see, like, we saw the talent, like we saw Taylor Heineke come out of the XFL. Now you see what he's doing for Washington. Like
Josh Johnson was in the XFL.
Yes.
PJ Walker was too.
PJ Walker. Yeah. It's the XFL should definitely come back. And I think The Rock is going to help us out there. So I'm sure he's figuring it out.
God bless Dwayne Johnson.
You'll put that on a t-shirt.
If you need a franchise saving, you just call on The Rock and he'll save your franchise. That's all you need to do.
Thank you, Mr. Rock.
No, okay. I think we have a t-shirt idea. God bless Dwayne Johnson.
God bless Dwayne Johnson.
All right. Back to these.
Yeah, we went on a tangent there.
We did, but I think that was necessary. We really needed that. You know what? This game needs. Sorry, I was trying to do a segue. I don't really know if that worked. Patriots need to win. Mm-hmm. I really wanted I'm actually so depressed that this game isn't like I thought this game was going to be like, oh my God, Dolphins need to go on get their 10th win in a row to make it into the postseason, but their embarrassing loss against the Titans ruined that. Patriots can still get the AFC East with a win and with a Bills loss to the Jets. So correct. I feel like they'll be playing pretty hard. I think if they get a comfortable lead on Miami, they might pull starters, but
they're pretty good at getting comfortable leads.
Exactly. But I kind of hope.
I'm going Miami.
Of course. I love Miami. I have in my underdogs parlay that includes the Jags plus 15.5. I have Dolphins plus 7. So we love it. As long as they cover. I want this game to be close. I still want it to be like fun and exciting, even if the Patriots win.
Not gonna happen.
And then finally, we'll see. And then finally, the game I have been apparently waiting to talk about all morning.
Go ahead, Jordyn. Just go.
I feel like I've gotten it all out at this point.
Hey, we'll put her in the solo mode. There you go. Solo mode. There you go.
No, I don't know why I've had this game in my head all day. It really does nothing for me. I guess if 49ers lose and Saints win, Eagles get the 6th seed. But this game isn't that intriguing to me, but I've just been stuck on it all day.
Is Garoppolo starting, or are they doing a 2-quarterback set for this one?
No, I don't think he is. I think his thumb is still on.
Yeah.
Trey Lance is starting?
Yeah.
It's Rams all day.
I think it's Rams all day. Because Rams are actually, if the Rams were just like in the playoffs and they were going to like start starters in the first quarter and then pull, I would say maybe. But with the division still on the line, the Rams are going to be playing to win. So
yeah, Trey Lance is starting today.
I think I like the 49ers to cover. I saw the spread at 5. I think this could be a close game, but I do think Rams are going to win.
It's at 3.5.
Ooh,
it dropped. Interesting.
3.5 over under is 45.5.
I got it at 5, so we love it.
Yeah, I think the Rams are gonna win here, but I would love for the 49ers to make it interesting because there's definitely times when the Rams have been winning games and like 100%, like we were talking about before, shouldn't have won games. I really don't think that the Rams are living up to the hype that everyone thought they were, even though they're going into the postseason.
It's Matt Stafford. I don't know what the turnovers. It's turnover after turnover, and it's like, come on.
4 pick sixes this season.
Yeah.
So
he had 3 interceptions against. Was it 3 or 4 against the Ravens?
4.
4, yeah.
Interceptions.
Yes,
Yeah.
interceptions.
I want to see Cooper Kupp put his stamp on the MVP.
Yes. I want to see Cooper Kupp win MVP.
Yes.
I'm still riding that train. I think that this kid is absolutely.
It needs to happen. He has the triple crown. He needs to be MVP. First wide receiver ever to do it.
Yeah.
That needs to happen.
He deserves it.
He does.
Even though he has that weird Moe's beard from The Office.
I like the beard.
He's such a corn-fed boy. It's like so pure.
He's got the Mennonite Amish beard.
Yeah, but it's like a little bit too floofy over here. It needs to get like, if you're gonna do it long, like you gotta like get it.
No, you can't trim it before. You can't trim. You got to do that after the playoffs. You can't do that during the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got some sort of. He's not superstitious. He's just a little stitious.
Yeah,
he's just a little stitious.
Wow,
that's not my joke. That's also from The Office.
Oh, that was incredible. All right, I finally got that game out of my system. Thanks.
Rams.
Yeah, I'm going Rams. Hardcore Rams. Give the Eagles a chance. Why not? All right. Not that. All right. We're not going to talk about. You know what? No, I will defend us for a minute. Cowboys. Yeah, they demolished us. Cowboys starters were playing our actual scrubs. There were guys out there where I was like, I didn't even know you were on my team. So at the end of the day, Cowboys fans were all like, oh, and I was like, what?
It's different when like you have your secondary, the fresh starters, where your secondary were all guys you brought off the street.
Exactly.
That's why Dak was carving you guys up, is you had like dudes that were 3rd, 4th stringers in the backfield. And they kept saying that on the telecast too. It's like, well, Dak Prescott's having a great game, but you know Philly's D is really, really on the mend right now. It's like,
yeah,
obviously.
Obviously,
no one's
if
there.
you didn't put up 51 points on us, that would have been embarrassing for you. I had the time of my life. We were getting blown out. I was having the time of my life. I was getting to look at Gardner Minshew. I was wearing my Minshew jersey. I was like in the end zone. It was just iconic. I had a Coors Light. Mountains were blue. My fingers were freezing off. It was a great experience. But yeah, everyone was like, "Are you pissed?" And I was like, no. I was like, I don't know what anybody expected. We're already in the playoffs. I'm just happy to be there. And if I see one more freaking Cowboys fan that is like, ugh, I'm going to be like, okay, and you
can
did
I tell
exactly
you
what you should have done.
I found out some information on Gardner Minshew. You know how we always say like there is no first and Gardner Minshew the second is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I found out that there kind of is a Gardner Minshew the first. It's his dad is Gardner Minshew Sr. And the way that this thing works, it should be senior, junior, first, second. And he went to they skipped over junior and first and went to second because his mom did not want to get him. She didn't want anyone to call him junior, or apparently in the South, in Mississippi, you get called Bubba. And she didn't want to deal with that. So she just called him the second. So she skipped over a bunch of generations to call him the second, but there's no first and there's no junior.
Yeah, because I always thought there was like another Gardner Minshew, like a junior, but now
there's not.
There's not.
There's not. They just skipped over a bunch of generations and they just called him Gardner Minshew the second. But his dad's name is Gardner Flint Minshew the senior.
Interesting.
So I found that out, and I felt like that we should clarify that.
I don't know if I should admit this, but I ran like full on sprinting. I was running through the link yesterday, yelling Gardner Minshew the third. So literally, I will have it one day. What?
Gardner Minshew? Give Jordan a call.
I was really trying to get him to come over and sign my jersey. Did not happen.
Just keep stalking him on Instagram. You'll be all right.
I've actually never tried DMing him. Maybe I should go for it.
You should do that.
Go for it. Go for it.
I should this weekend because I don't know if he'll be in Philly next year.
No, that's a lie. You definitely DM'd him at least once.
When I, maybe when we were at NFL Films, I definitely did.
Once
No, I
again,
think,
ladies and
like,
gentlemen,
recently,
the
didn't
thoughts
you
and
just tell
actions
him-
of Sporty Georgie are not
I'm pretty sure
associated with
there's
this
one
podcast.
message in there from like this year that you sent him just saying like I love you or something. There's got I know for a fact you sent me a screenshot. Or am I wrong? Was that somebody else? Was it Jalen Hurts?
It was definitely Jalen Hurts because I don't
Okay,
have
then
any
never
of
mind.
Gardner
How many
Minshew.
DMs are you sliding into?
She's got to
I
share.
remind Jalen Hurts that he is my QB1 and I love him regularly. That's just me like appreciating his existence because Jalen Hurts to the freaking moon. Anyway, the game of all games, the holy grail tonight. I am going to be deceased by the end of this game because I have a feeling Raiders-Chargers games always come down to like 1 second on the clock or they're in overtime and it's this crazy finish. Winner gets in, loser doesn't make the postseason. And if the Chargers don't win, I'm not going to know what to do with myself.
I'm trying to. Who won week 15? Oh, the Chargers did.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Oh, yeah.
This is my expert analysis on this game.
Of course. Absolutely.
Raiders are dookie. And Justin Herbert is a king.
A king. And Joe Burrow isn't playing this today. So it gives Justin the opportunity to ball.
Oh my God,
it keeps our balance. It's our
Justin's
system.
Pulling all of the energy.
Yeah.
All of it because we talked about this last week. Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow claim energy from the same source. So Joe Burrow's not claiming the football energy today.
Remember, the Raiders need a lot more to clinch, but Chargers, all they need to do is win. That's it.
And I really don't think that this quote-unquote home field advantage really gives the Raiders anything. I don't think Vegas is at the point yet where they can call that a home field advantage.
It just feels like a party. Like it's like a good atmosphere, but it's like not home field advantage because it feels cool for either team.
Like it's just bachelor parties in Vegas that are showing up to these games. So and LA's not too far. Like they can take the flight. So I don't think home field advantage
in the nicest way possible. Does LA ever even have like they don't have like if you look at SoFi Stadium, half the time it's filled with the other team's fans anyway. Like LA doesn't have that strong of a fan base because people move to LA. People don't
unless you're Jordan and I, who
unless you're us wearing
with Los Angeles across my chest. But yeah,
I'm like, LA doesn't have fans, and I'm wearing a Chargers jersey.
But I think, the Chargers have been doing really well lately, and I think they want this. I think Herbo's trying to get into the mix here, and I think
they deserve the postseason.
They so deserve it. I don't think that I think the Raiders are not that good.
The fact that they're still in contention honestly pisses me off.
No.
As much as the Raiders have gone through this year, sorry, Chargers are going to be in. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just I know it's the Gruden thing, the Henry Ruggs thing. I know it's been like hell.
Didn't another player just get
another DUI? I think. Yeah.
Yep.
But
so it's a hot mess.
Yeah, hot mess.
So like there is morale too. It's just low.
Yeah. There is some interesting scenarios that can happen here. If the Colts lose to the Jags, which we wouldn't be that shocked if it happens, and the Chargers and Raiders end in a tie, they take up the 6th and 7th seed. Yeah, and they both get in.
So now did you see like if the Colts lose and the Jags win, like the Chargers and Raiders could like just kneel.
Yeah. I don't know.
It would be such bad television. Such bad television. But it would be
I would honestly be like, especially because they're division rivals, I doubt they would just be like, yeah, let's just agree to tie and both get in. Like, I feel like they'd still be like, no.
Oh, no, yeah. I think it's just the idea of it.
It is. It's honestly funny and with how their games normally end, like, I wouldn't even be that shocked if they ended in a tie, like, accidentally. So there's a lot up. I'm telling you, Jags are winning today.
It's going to be a wacky day. Week 17 was wacky. This whole season's been wacky.
It's been so up and down. Yeah. I can't wait to sit on my couch wearing this all day. Sam, I'm also wearing, this is your sweatshirt underneath, the girl who talks sports that I layered. And I'm gonna sit in this all day long. I'm gonna have an Italian hoagie, and I'm just gonna watch the chaos unfold.
It makes me happy that Justin Herbert's jersey is touching my merch.
It's all good luck. It's all good luck.
Love it.
We love it. All right, so that clears up all of the games for today. The last thing we kind of have looking forward to before the postseason, Black Monday, and it came early because Vick Fangio was fired this morning. Is anybody shocked?
No.
No.
If they would have won yesterday, he would have been saved. But no, not shocked at all.
Yeah, I agree. And it's kind of unfortunate because, like we said, I think the Broncos should have won actually, but
yeah,
they
but
just couldn't do
also
it.
they really have a lot of building to do on that team. I know we were talking earlier before the show started, and I even said like Drew Lock looked really great yesterday, but
make a push for Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson. Make a push for somebody.
They need somebody there. They need someone to hold down that team at quarterback. Unfortunately, rapping a song on the sidelines, Drew, is not gonna win you games.
You're adorable, but you're not a QB1.
No. But yeah, so I definitely think the Broncos are in massive building mode. I think that they're gonna, have to get a new person in the mix. Quarterback.
They're a solid quarterback away from being a playoff team.
They're good. They're not bad. I think they surprised us all year.
Yeah,
they were like.
With the amount of talent that they have on the offensive side, they just need somebody like an Aaron Rodgers or a Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Now, who else do you think we can expect? Is there anybody else on Monday that comes to mind immediately? Because I can think of one.
Well, Matt Nagy.
Yep.
Matt Nagy. Matt Rule has already been retained. He's going to be gone. He's going to be there next year.
Zimmer on Minnesota.
Zimmer might be gone.
He might be gone, especially if they lose to the Bears today.
Right. And he said he's all right with it. If they decide to move forward with somebody else, that's fine. He's all right with that. Zimmer might be gone.
He just said that?
Yeah.
What a weird thing to say.
Yeah. If you take my job, that's fine. I'll be fine.
Isn't he? He's been there for like quite
He's been there for quite a
7 years, right?
Yeah.
And you just say like, yeah, it's fine if they move on. Maybe that means he's unhappy.
Yeah, maybe he has given up. Like maybe he's just like, I'm done.
And I'm kind of iffy on David Culley from Houston too, because
I think that he just was put in a bad situation. And
I don't know if it's fair to judge him.
Yeah, I feel like if it was a different situation, maybe he would have.
I mean, the Houston, they honestly surprised us a couple games this season, so I feel like that could save him, especially if they wake up today and play spoiler. I think he's guaranteed safe.
Any new coach
so we're saying
with Tyrod Taylor,
Matt Nagy. I'd say Matt Nagy and Mike Zimmer.
Okay, I'll say those two too.
Done.
Yeah, done. All right.
And Vick Fangio, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Bye, Vic.
See you at the crossroads. Lonely.
All right. And then to finish off the last week of the regular season, we have to give our favorite. For some reason, I looked at how I spelled favorite and I thought I spelled it wrong, but I didn't.
No, you did it right.
Thank you. I needed the reassurance.
Is that a Google search?
All right. Favorite moments from the 2021 regular season. Sam, kick us off.
So many.
I'm trying
There's
to.
So many.
I'm just like, I feel like I'm like trying to like narrow it down.
It was honestly just like a kooky year because no one was really good all the way through.
I got one.
What's yours, Evan?
I got one. Even though I benched him for the fantasy football championships, Jamar Chase's performance last week against
that was a good one.
Jamar Chase, offensive rookie of the year, man.
That was amazing, even though I benched him.
He's an incredible human being. I just want to say, too, Jordan and I have agreed on this since the draft, but I would just like to say I feel like I should be apologizing to the Bengals.
Yeah.
We all do.
Yeah.
For saying all of those things about them drafting Jamar.
I said they ruined their season.
Yeah, and that the offensive line still needs help. Offensive line still needs help. But I have to say, you guys made the right call with Jamar. Joey B and Jamar have great chemistry. It's obvious. They've won their division for the first time since 2015. I will swallow my pride, and I will say I'm sorry for those words that I said. So I just had to put that out there into the universe because we were wrong.
Yeah, no, to the Bengals, I got brutally attacked by Bengals fans on YouTube after the draft.
Remember.
Like, it was scary. And I deserved it. You were all correct. So thank you.
I think we were so concerned about Joe's health.
I wanted him to stay healthy. Like, my intentions were good. Like, I wasn't mad at the Bengals. Like, I was frustrated because I wanted the Bengals to be good. And at the time, I felt like they didn't make the best decision to do that. And I was wrong. Yes. And I will admit that now.
That's why we do a podcast and we're not GMs of NFL teams.
Exactly. This is why I don't run an NFL team.
But you guys still need to work on your offensive line.
Yes. But now, like, they have the time, they can do that in the draft, in the offseason, if they make it.
Correct.
Like, but they made the very good. Realistically, the Bengals could easily get to the Super Bowl this season, which is crazy to think about. Like, if you look at the teams,
in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I would be so happy.
I wouldn't be mad
Even if they make it, if the Bengals just make it to the AFC Championship game, I will be so happy.
If the Bengals make it to the Super Bowl, I will buy one of those sexy white jerseys.
Oh,
with the tiger stripes on it. Gorgeous.
I will not do that, but I will definitely.
I will. I'll add it to my collection.
I don't even wear jerseys that much, but I would wear that.
I live in them. I have like 14 different gray hoodies because I just throw them all under. But no, I'm gonna say one of my favorite moment of the 2021 regular season. I won't make it an Eagles one. I won't be biased. When Mike White came out and won, and I was genuinely convinced that he was this diamond in the rough that was going to take the Jets to the playoffs.
And then he got hurt.
And then was just absolute garbage.
Yes.
But that one game that just gave me hope was absolutely iconic. Also, there was a stretch of time where I can't remember. It was the game that the Eagles were playing the Panthers and the Bengals were playing the Packers. And I was watching both games. I had the Packers winning and I had the Eagles winning. And that was the game where the Packers and Bengals went back and forth. No one could make a field goal. It went to overtime. No one could make a field goal in overtime. It was like this crazy hot mess of a game. And then the Packers were missing field goals as the Eagles were scoring touchdowns. I was in the Poconos with the guys I work with at the Liberty Line. And it was just the most chaotic experience. No one knew, but we were just screaming. And that was one of my favorite moments of the season just because it was so chaotic.
I can't narrow one down. Honestly, something that I've constantly complained about and I was so sick of seeing, but it was really funny when it was happening was when Aaron Rodgers was showing his toes on camera. I literally every time I was like, get this off the screen, please. But then I couldn't stop talking about Aaron Rodgers' toes, which someone's got to tell him that he's got to keep those things under wraps. That people pay money for that. So
yeah, tell him to start selling feet pics. You can't give that away for free.
Just talk to Rex Ryan about that. And you'll be all right.
Rex Ryan buys Aaron Rodgers' feet pics.
Now that's a headline.
There you go.
That's incredible. A headline.
Very incredible. But yeah, I think that I just had such a depressing season with my team that
I'm honestly shocked you didn't make it Giants beating the Eagles after the Eagles.
I was thinking about it, but honestly, while that did bring me joy, that was like a momentary fleeting serotonin moment. Like it didn't bring me joy for like the rest of the season. So but that I was very surprised by that game. I have video of myself in my car driving to work listening to that game on the radio like an 89-year-old man, and I'm like yelling at people. Like, I'm like rolling down the window. I'm like, the Giants just won.
Yeah, no, I'm very glad I had the flu for that game.
Yeah.
Because every time I was like on the couch and I had like 103 fever, I was like dying and I would roll over and look at the screen. I would be like, yeah, no. And I would like roll back over. I was like, that's not going to make me feel any better. And I just avoided it at all costs.
It was like a fleeting moment of happiness. But we have a lot of work to do. So, yeah.
Well, we have crazy slate of games today. We will be back Tuesday night for a little recap show, playoff preview, some predictions. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. I don't even know what you do on Apple. Do you rate on Apple? Do you subscribe on Apple?
Subscribe and you review.
Yeah, review and subscribe. Yeah.
Follow us on all socials at the FU Dogs Pod, and we will see you Tuesday night. Peace.
Bye.